I want to show you the difference between a couple of chinos that I use and like. The four items that you see here are Mako Chino, and this one is different clay, so you have kind of a different look to this one. This one is on speckled clay. This is not speckled clay over here. It's just a buff, plain brown buff. This one is on speckled buff, and it has a lot more of the warm colors coming through. This one's on a more red brown clay, kind of a reddish color, and of course you can see more red in this one. They're all very pretty. The good thing about Mako is that it's formulated so that it doesn't run. If it's used properly, you put 3 coats on it and you can pretty much count on it not sticking to your shelf in the kiln. These 2 chinos, or this is 1 chino, 2 pieces. These little guys, this is a Coyote brand, and it's light chino. And you have that same warm color that breaks over the edge and where there's texture. But it's a very creamy color and very opaque. There's not a lot of depth in it because it's opaque. Like this has more depth in it because there's sort of a transparent element to it that reveals that warm color. I can see just a little bit of the darker characteristics showing through there, but not very much. And this has some breaking around the edge. This is probably reclaim clay because I can see a few little specks in it, but most of it is buff. Thought that might be interesting to you. This is Mako Chambray, and it's just as purple as it can be. Everything I've used it on, it's purple. And I don't know why they didn't just put purple on the label, but I guess chambray has more pizzazz or something. This is on speckled clay, speckled buff, and so you've got some little dark places, little spots in here. The speckles show up. It's if the more of it you put on, the deeper your purple is going to be. But if you're brushing it, it is very difficult to get an even coat of a light coat. So if you're brushing this color, you need to prepare yourself for that. These little, these goblets, scoot this back. These goblets they turned out really nice. They were a do-over. There's 3 of them. On the inside is sea spray. It's that new opulence color that I have that I love. And on the base of it, well, I'll tell you what I did to begin with. So the first time I fired it, it had fire brick underneath copper float on the outside. It had very little iron luster around the rim, and that was it. After I got it out, I saw that the iron luster really wanted to run, but didn't run very much over this. And it didn't run on the inside very much. And I thought how pretty it would be if I could get that to move a little bit. So I put more on, so this is after it was fired the first time. For the second fire, I put more iron luster around here, and I put more of it here. And then I just went around with the brush and touched Dunkin' Chino cream to the edge to encourage that to move. And there's just some of the most beautiful runs, and it's I don't know, it isn't subtle exactly. I wouldn't call it subtle, but it's just gorgeous. All of the glazes got along with each other. The iron luster is Potter's Choice. The copper float is Mako. Fire brick is Potter's Choice. Sea spray is Opulence. And the Chino cream is Dunkin'. So go figure. And the inside of these is just beautiful. The outside is too. I love how this just ran just the right amount. Okay, and this is weathered blue, and it's Mako. And I put Crackle Matte clear on this because when I use this weathered blue, it comes out kind of matte and very matte and kind of chalky looking. And I thought for something to drink out of that it would be nice if it had a real slick sealed surface. So that's what that is. These two are interesting. This is a new color by Mako. It's Mako Sea Salt, and it looks like marble that's just been cut because it has some imperfections or visual imperfections in it. It's not actual imperfections, but it looks like salt. And here's the inside of it, if you can see that. So it came out of the kiln very chalky. So, I mean, matte doesn't even cover it. It was extremely chalky looking. I put Crackle Matte Clear on this. Since it's a drinking vessel, I wanted it to have a slick and a sealed feeling to it. So the other way, where it came out extremely natural, it was just like a piece of rock or some piece of chalky rock. I think that would be good for decorative things like large vases, maybe with maybe another color even added on top of that. But this is Mako Sea Salt for stoneware. This is Seafoam Satin, and this is a coyote color. And this just looks like mint chocolate ice cream to me. It's gorgeous, and I love that color. Scrumptious. This bowl is a do-over, and I'm a lot happier with it the second time around here. I'm trying to get the glare off of this so you can see it really well. Originally, I had neon red underglaze over the entire thing. Put red fire brick deep and fired it. Oh, I think I had sprayed. Oh, and I had Albany slip on top of that. It didn't come out very well. I don't like to see brush strokes of things that brush on glaze. I just think it ought to be all kind of smooth. I don't mind seeing atomized areas as much as brush strokes bother me. So brush strokes are good on impressionist paintings, and that's about it. So okay, it came out, didn't like the brush strokes, so I started again with atomizing some Dunkin' Chino cream over most of it on the inside. Didn't do the outside. I didn't want to encourage too much running on the outside because that's such a steep slant. But I put red gold around the inside lip and I put it pretty heavy using a syringe. So that's where these little drips got started, because they used to be up here. Then I put a swipe of red gold through the middle, and then I just barely touched the outside edge with Shino cream to encourage that to run. The red gold did beautifully. This looks like feathers or something. The outside, I've got this little blue halo that goes all the way around the outside of this, and it looks really good. So I'm much happier with it second time around. This is, let's see, this is Mako Shino with red gold on the inside of the dish, of the candle holder. I'm going to do something with this that is going to put some more red in, or warm color in here. I put some Shino cream around the edge, and it didn't do very much for it. And I think I'm going to like it better if it has a little bit more red, or even a little bit more blue. So that one's going to get a do-over, so you can watch for that to see how that comes out. I want to show you what I did with some tourmaline. Let's see, that's, and this one. These are all tourmaline. Now, you can probably see a difference in these two over here. These are different from these, but it's the same glaze. So let's get up there and look at that. This is tourmaline, and look at all that green that you see in there. The blotchiness. And I like that blotchiness. It's a good looking blotchy. Can't say blotchy. This did the same thing. It's got a smoother surface, a little different clay. You can see some hints of red coming up in here, and it has that kind of oil repels water kind of thing. It's kind of got a visual graininess to it, and it's just very attractive. It's a good thing. These are just plain old tourmaline. Tourmaline is a Potter's Choice color, and this one has clear glaze over the top of the tourmaline. This one does not. So the clear glaze didn't make a whole lot of difference, but I did want to make sure that this was sealed, because this is going to be used in the water quite a bit. And this is a cute little goblet. That visual graininess is in that, but that is just as smooth and slick as it can be. So that's a good choice. This one, this is Desert Sage with clear gloss over it. And it is glossy. It almost looks like a luster glaze to me. Beautiful. This is one of those draining silverware draining things. This is Sea Spray, just Sea Spray on some Reclaim Buff clay. Nice color. Now this one, we were talking about light Shino. This is light Shino with Frosted Melon from Potter's Choice over it. They don't get along together. There's some bubbling in here that is unacceptable. So I just wanted to show you that. Find another combination, or just use the Frosted Melon by itself. That would have been pretty in there. Let's see. Here is This is Sunrise Chino. It's kind of an orange, but it's got kind of a muted, it's sort of a pinkish orange, coral color. It's very pretty, and this is on speckled buff. I taped the lid down. This one is also sea spray. I love that sort of bluish greenish color. Very glossy without putting clear over it. Very nice. This is also sea spray. This is just a little cream thing you can pour with cream or something liquid. Nice color. Okay.